Perfect sandwich.
Nice and moist.
Like sliced off the turkey. It reminds me of the way I carve a turkey.
Tastes like I just baked it.
Louis Rich. Makes a great turkey breast, doesn't it?
New Louis Rich carving board turkey and carving board ham.
I wouldn't go back to that other kind of cold cut.
Switch to Rich. Louis Rich.
Carving board. I'll take it.
Methods to avoid carjackings. Tonight at 11.
Hi, I'm Connie Chung, and we're about to see Eye to Eye.
Okay, everybody ready. Let them get in the vehicle.
Ziggy wants to drive away in this Lexus. Too bad it's not his car. Too bad the cops are watching.
Okay, let's go. Everybody in. Everybody in.
Too bad our hidden cameras are, too.
Freeze!
Tonight, you'll join the hunt for a new gang of car thieves.
It's like it's being patterned after the mafia,
The Italian?
the Italian mafia. It is an organized group.
How many cars did you steal? And we'll show you where your car could end up. The good news is we found your car. The bad news is it's in Poland.
I'm so scared for him. Every day I see a change. He can't stand up by himself.
Kids in a losing battle against muscular dystrophy.
Something hurting bad?
Then suddenly, this doctor promises a breakthrough.
You can turn them into normal human beings like you and I.
At first, he's hailed as a hero.
A treatment which is entirely without precedent in all of medical history.
But then,
His work is invalid.
Before they were saying this guy is, one of our leaders. Now they're saying, don't listen to him. What if they're wrong?
I miss Susan an awful lot.
this man's daughter was brutally murdered.
She's a beautiful girl, had a lot going for her, was happy, and her life was taken.
But the state claimed it never happened.
How could they do this? It was my daughter that was murdered.
A father's 3-year battle against the odds. A battle for justice.
You told me if Susan could see what you were doing, she would say to you, Dad, cut it out. Leave it alone. Go on with your life. What do you think she would say to you now?
And some pictures of Mom you probably don't have sitting in your living room.
It's an unusual shot. I don't think you see that every day.
I know I haven't. Those stories and more tonight on Eye to Eye.
It's Eye to Eye with Connie Chung, with correspondents Bernard Goldberg, Edie Magnus, Russ Mitchell, and Roberta Baskin.
Good evening. Are you going away this weekend? Taking the car? Better check your driveway. A lot of people's cars are taking longer trips than they are. More than 1.5 million automobiles were stolen in the U.S. last year, and at least a third of them were never recovered. As we found out, if you ever have to go searching for your car, you might want to bring along a passport.
Okay, everybody ready. Let them get in the vehicle.
You're watching with hidden cameras as a man is about to steal this $55,000 Lexus from a Chicago parking lot. His nickname is Ziggy, and he looks nervous. He'd be even more nervous if he knew police are watching too.
Okay, let's go. Everybody in. Everybody in.
He's no ordinary thief, and this is not an ordinary story about crime. It's about organized crime.
Police! Police!
We'll catch up with Ziggy later. During the past 3 years, thousands of cars have disappeared from the United States, vanished. Those stolen cars are going on a ride, a very long ride. Where did they end up? Would you believe? Here, in Poland, of all places. I'm in Warsaw. That's Old Town, the medieval historic center of Warsaw. Since 1989, Interpol says that 40,000 stolen cars have been shipped here from all over the world. Poland has now become the fencing capital of Europe. It's not only the jazz in the town square. In Poland, nearly everything American is hot, sometimes in more ways than one. If you were stuck with one of these old communist-built jalopies, wouldn't you rather have a flashy car from the West, even if it was literally a steal?
You have in Poland no central registration.
So Poland is the perfect place to bring a stolen car and to buy a stolen car. Thomas Kluge recovers cars for European insurance companies. He even took a stolen Mercedes back from the Bishop of Gdansk, who had no idea the car was hot. This old army base in Warsaw is full of stolen cars. This is from New Jersey. Yes. There are dozens of lots like this one with hundreds of American cars inside. Why aren't Americans getting their cars back? JH4. We copied down vehicle identification numbers. Every car has one, sort of a car's fingerprint. I'd like to make a long-distance call, please, to... Then, from Warsaw, phoned them in to the National Insurance Crime Bureau in New York.
Lisa, may I help you?
A registry of stolen American cars. 994.
Okay, I'm entering it. And we do have a theft. The owner is in Orland Park.
I have good news and bad news. The good news is we found your car. The bad news is it's in Poland. George Morris owns the car dealership outside Chicago where the Acura was stolen 2 years ago. And if you thought it might be in Poland, would you be able to go get it back?
No.
Why not?
Oh, I really don't want to go to Poland that bad, but that's why I have insurance.
But the American insurance companies don't even try to get them back, and the thieves know it. Polish police don't try to find the cars either, claiming they don't have enough cash to pay for gasoline, let alone a computer to trace the stolen cars. What the Polish police aren't doing, private citizens are. Stolen car bounty hunters, armed and pulling suspected stolen cars off the road. The most famous bounty hunter is Krzysztof Rykowski, a former cop who calls himself a cowboy in the wild, wild East.
If you lost your car, who would you trust? Me, of course.
You have a very big ego, you know that?
I know what I'm worth.
European insurance companies pay him more for a single car than he made in a year as a cop. But the American companies just can't be bothered. Last year, he found a Jaguar that was stolen in Miami.
The company expressed no interest in getting this vehicle back.
So that Jaguar is still driving around here somewhere.
Yes, absolutely.
Rutkowski's roadblocks are strictly unofficial, but he's recovered more than 500 stolen cars. Rutkowski even advertises on television. His detective bureau employs more than 20 agents who chase cars through the countryside, even into the former Soviet Union, essentially stealing them back for their original owners in the West.
The only way to fight a war with thieves and the mafia is to use the same weapons they do.
What he calls the mafia, surprisingly, is just that, the Polish mafia. With potential profits so high, they will kill for cars. An informant of yours was killed in his Krakow apartment. What happened? Do you think organized crime killed him?
Of course, it's a fully organized criminal group.
You stole cars for about a 6-month period of time, right?
Right.
How many cars did you steal?
25 cars.
25 cars?
About 25 stories.
And how much were those cars worth total, do you think?
Around $1 million.
Almost $1 million?
That's right.
Staj worked for the Polish Mafia, an organization he now fears. That's why we've concealed his identity. Staj lives in the city with the largest Polish population outside Warsaw, Chicago, Illinois. He came to live with his immigrant father in this hard-working middle-class community, but organized crime lured him away with the promise of easy money, even a fancy car of his own.
Yeah, I see a lot of opportunity here, and, you know, I see the future here.
You saw a future.
That's right.
By night, Staj worked as a thief, cruising suburban Chicago car lots, stealing luxury cars to fill orders for Polish mob bosses. He's now in federal custody.
I would estimate that there are thousands of cars that have been exported to Poland from the United States.
Worth how much money?
Oh, I'd say hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions
Yes.
of dollars?
Yes.
Julius Magruder is head of U.S. Customs in Chicago, And he says the Polish mob is just getting started. Let me read you some of the crimes that these people have been involved in. Attempted murder, assault, arson, bank robbery, counterfeit money, counterfeit immigration papers, alien smuggling, extortion, fraud, smuggling cigarettes and liquor, and of course smuggling stolen autos.
That's true. They've been involved in everything that you can think of.
Sound familiar? Magruder's predecessor would think so. Julius Magruder sits in the very same office as Elliot Ness, the man who more than 50 years ago brought down the mobster Al Capone.
It's like it's being patterned after the mafia. It does seem that way.
The Italian?
The Italian mafia. But it is an organized group.
So organized that before trying to steal this car, police say the Polish mafia sent this man to inspect it. Police call him a lieutenant in the organization.
Okay, guys, it's not going to be a bust until a bad guy gets behind the wheel.
And here he comes. Zbigniew Lazuski.
Blake, he's getting in the car. He's getting in the car. Here we go. Okay, let's go. Everybody in. Everybody in.
You remember Ziggy. By the way, he's also wanted for bank robbery. Ziggy doesn't know that the car's ignition has been disconnected and that U.S. Customs agents and Suburban Task Force police have surrounded him.
Police! Police! Police!
Oh, we got the suspect in custody.
So for now, at least, the Lexus won't be going anywhere. And neither will Ziggy.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in court of law. You got a right to have a lawyer. If you can't afford one.
Car theft has been a huge problem on the West Coast as well, with Asian gangs. According to the Los Angeles Times, police have intercepted more than $4 million worth of cars stolen in the L.A. area alone that were shipbound for China. Incidentally, the day after we interviewed Julius Magruder, head of U.S. Customs in Chicago, his car was stolen. It hasn't been seen since. Next, if the medical experts on the Jerry Lewis telethon hailed this doctor's treatment as a breakthrough, why are they now calling it snake oil? He claims it's because he refused to play by the rules.
If you don't go according to us, we will nicely and cleverly destroy you.
And later, remember the picture Mommy Dearest? Well, you could call this picture Mommy Dear.
Okay, Mom, peaceful.
Oh, you were very restful.
Frank goes on and on about my beef stroganoff. Know what's in it? Miracle Whip. This stuff isn't just for sandwiches. First, you brown ground beef and onions, stir in sour cream and Miracle Whip so it's real rich and tangy. Spoon it over thick egg noodles and tell him, honey. Honey? Frank? For quick and easy recipes, call 1-800-MIRACLE. For a tangy zip with a lighter touch, try Miracle Whip Light.
Of all the credit cards out there, only one has Smart Rate, now as low as 14.9%, and no annual fee. Discover Card. It's a better deal. It pays to discover.
You waiting for the perfect time to paint? Well, guess what? Time's up, because Sherwin-Williams is having a perfect price sale with weather-perfect exterior flat at only $10.99. It ends October 2nd, so stop waiting and start painting. Hey, buddy, you missed a spot.
Need a new washer and dryer? Then get a load of this. The best-selling brand in America, Kenmore, is on sale at the Sears Brand Central Birthday Bash. Get the lowest price ever on this washer-dryer pair. Only $246 for the large capacity 2-cycle washer. Just $196 for the matching dryer. You save $76 on the pair. And you get the lowest monthly payments of any national department store. So save a bundle on a washer and dryer at our annual Birthday Bash. Come to Sears Brand Central today.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we call Mars.
Plus Martin Short and Cyndi Lauper. Tonight on Late Show with David Letterman.
Next, the journey of a lifetime continues.
What do you see?
I see love. They'll reveal their hearts.
I just don't want you to get hurt.
They'll reveal their souls.
Does the damn thing care about the farmer?
They'll reveal their sins.
I know you love me.
In just 45 minutes, Angel Falls.
Jerry Lewis has become to Labor Day what fireworks are to the 4th of July. You may not get to see them, but you can be sure they're out there. This will be the 28th year Lewis has been doing the muscular dystrophy telethon. A few years ago, doctors on the telethon got excited about a radical new treatment for the incurable disease. What happened to it? Edie Magnus reports from Dallas, where she's on assignment.
Connie, today, many of those same doctors label this treatment as worthless. And while the experts argue, as usual, parents are caught squarely in the middle.
I got you. I wasn't prepared. How do you get prepared? You know, how in one day can you get prepared to lose your sons?
It is a question no mother should have to ask. The question that has haunted Pat Furlong for years. Ever since the day she learned her son Patrick, now 12, has muscular dystrophy, an inherited and ultimately fatal muscle disease.
You okay?
That same day, she learned her 15-year-old son Christopher has muscular dystrophy too.
How do you get used to your total life commitment being wiped out overnight? I don't know. I never did get used to the idea.
Let's let the boys out first, and then we'll line up for lunch. When we first met Chris and Patrick this winter, they had already been in wheelchairs for several years. Despite their friends' attentions, the chairs set the boys painfully apart.
What's the thing that you want most of all right now?
Well, I kind of just want to just get up and start playing football and stuff.
Something hurting bad? No. Okay.
Chris and Patrick have the most common childhood form of muscular dystrophy called Duchenne's, affecting boys almost exclusively.
Drew was our poster child for 2 years, and he's given so much of himself.
We hear a lot about these children each Labor Day on the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. A lot about hope and love and courage. But what can get lost are the appalling facts.
How you doing today?
Where were you, Chris?
The facts Pat Furlong was given when her healthy-looking little boys were diagnosed with a death sentence.
He explained the disease process. You know, soon he won't walk, then he won't be able to move his arms, and he'll die in his early teens.
There is no effective treatment. There is no cure.
And when you went to specialists and asked, what can I do for my boys, what did they tell you?
Make them comfortable. Enjoy your life. You won't have them long.
Pat decided to fight, reading everything she could find about muscular dystrophy, calling every researcher in the field.
And in all of your reading, is there anything for your sons?
I think there might be one potential. I believe in one potential that exists currently, and that's myoblast transfer.
Myoblast transfer. It's a complicated name for an experiment that sounds so simple, you'd think doing it would be easy. Basically, it involves taking muscle cells called myoblasts from healthy young men and transplanting them into the muscles of a boy with muscular dystrophy.
I'm sure the guy that's going to get this muscle is going to get strong.
The theory is that the healthy cells will, in a sense, merge with the unhealthy cells and bring to them a protein called dystrophin, which is missing in boys with muscular dystrophy. And Dr. Peter Law says he has the key to making myoblast transfer work.
They will replenish the lost cells and basically allow the child to do and live like we do.
Peter Law is a pioneer in myoblast transfer. He even holds a patent for the procedure. For 16 years, Law published respected and intriguing studies on his work with mice before moving to humans.
You restored the muscle strength in these mice completely back to normal?
That is correct. They were able to walk, to run, very similar to normal animals.
Dr. Law's initial research was so promising and his claims so powerful that Pat Furlong jumped to put her sons in his earliest experiments.
Pull it up. No, not down, up.
Chris and Pat were among the first 32 boys injected with 5 billion myoblasts in the muscles of their legs.
1, 2, 3. Push, 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 push.
This is the only way Patrick can get out of his wheelchair right now. But he says before his myoblast transfer, he couldn't even do that. And the boy's physical therapist agrees they've gotten stronger.
Chris basically couldn't even move his legs against gravity before he had the transplant. He can walk around in the pool now, and he couldn't do that before.
Ready, set,
Hammer it! Come on, go, go, go! Big! Push it, Andrew, that's it! Come on, come on!
There are other measures, too. Peter Law says before and after testing on this machine shows muscle strength in the lower body either increased or stayed the same 9 months after myoblast transfer in 88% of his subjects. Only 12% showed the degeneration usually seen in muscular dystrophy.
This is earth-shaking results. This is something that you can translate. Having a muscle before it cannot move, now the muscle can move, can do things.
Sounds like a breakthrough, right? In fact, that's what it was called back in 1990 when Peter Law became the first scientist to perform myoblast transfer in humans.
Would you welcome Dr. Leon Cherish?
The Muscular Dystrophy Association hailed the work.
A breakthrough treatment called myoblast transfer therapy, a treatment which is entirely without precedent in all of medical history.
But listen to what Leon Cherish says about Peter Law today.
His work is invalid. Come on.
You have likened what he's doing to a snake oil operation.
Yes, it's worse than a snake oil operation.
And Cherish isn't alone. 20 experts in the field of neuromuscular research have called for an end to all experiments using myoblast transfer, a salvo aimed directly at Peter Law.
You believe in something called scientific conspiracy?
Peter Law claims a conspiracy to condemn his work started when he quit working in a university research system and started his own private foundation here in Memphis, Tennessee.
What happens to the scientist who elects to work outside that system?
You get crucified. You get crucified tremendously. And they will tell you that beforehand. You better stop doing it. If you don't do it, if you don't go according to us, we will nicely and cleverly destroy you.
Did they tell you that?
Yes, Dr. Leon Cherish told me that.
I don't think I used the word crucify, but I said, Peter, you're making a serious mistake. I said, your esteem among your colleagues may be diminished if you go into a private venture with cloaked in secrecy. He has destroyed his scientific credibility, not enhanced it. He's damaged what he spent a lifetime building up.
Law says he left the world of publicly funded research because he was tired of the bureaucracy, long waits for approval for each new phase of experiments, even longer when those experiments involve children.
Time is lost, effort is lost, and more children suffer. The frustration was phenomenal.
On his own, Peter Law moved quickly, injecting more boys with myoblasts than anyone else and claiming far better results. But critics say those claims are suspect because Law refused to do the one experiment that could prove conclusively if his technique really worked. It's called a controlled study. That means injecting one of the boys' legs with the real thing, myoblasts, and the other with a placebo, a harmless, inactive substance. If the experiment worked, the leg that got the myoblasts would get stronger, and the other leg would get weaker.
I think it's unethical if you don't use every opportunity to settle as quickly as possible whether it's right or wrong. If you're worried about people dying around the world, for heaven's sakes, get the answer right now. Settle it.
But those tests take time, Law says, and in fact could do harm to kids who need no more harm done to them.
My love for science would drive me to do that experiment, but my love for the children will not allow me to do so, knowing full well I'm going to traumatize the other leg, and they run a high risk of damaging themselves through falling.
Critics argue the real reason is that Peter Law has too much at stake in his private venture to find out that he's wrong. They say Law has forsaken basic research to build his business.
Won't you give these children a hand? Help make their dream of a normal life come true.
Using sophisticated come-ons like this promotional videotape, which touts Law's work and encourages interested parents to raise money for it. Critics, including scientist Eric Hoffman, complain Peter Law is selling false hope.
Constantly, while he never says, come here, I'll cure your children, there's so many subtle influences that this is a therapy, this is a therapy, this is a therapy. And is it? There's no evidence that it is.
What is it at this point?
It's an experiment.
I almost want to jump up and down and say, wait a minute. You're forgetting something. You're forgetting these boys.
Marie Height and her 10-year-old son, Petey, are among the families stuck on the sidelines of this scientific squabble. They can only watch and wait and wonder if Petey will outlive the controversy.
He's in between walking in a wheelchair. I sent him to school in a wheelchair for the first time last year. It just goes so fast. You know, one day he's walking and the next day he says, Mom, I can't take another step.
Marie wanted Petey to get into Law's first myoblast experiments. But with virtually no funding from the scientific establishment, the trials were small, and there was no room for him.
Before they were saying this guy is, you know, one of our leaders. Now they're saying, don't listen to him. How do I know what to believe? What if they're wrong? I'm so scared for him. Every day I see a change. He can't help himself. He can't stand up by himself. He can't walk by himself. And he is so frustrated. He asks me, oh, when are they going to have the treatment? Do you think they're going to have the treatment? Once he said, Mom, I don't think they're going to have it for me.
Indeed, Peter Law says that in its zeal to pick on him, the scientific establishment is preventing many children with muscular dystrophy from getting a potential treatment.
We have a fatal, debilitating disease. Parents, children, the whole world is crying out for help. So far, no child has suffered from the development of the work, but have shown improvement, shown positive results that in the past 40 years, we have never seen results like this. Why are we slowing? Why?
It all leaves the families confused and angry. The Furlongs say they're pushing ahead anyway, for their boys and for other children.
I want my sons back. I want their lives. I don't want to see them dead at 20. I want the answer.
Critics notwithstanding, the government just gave Dr. Law permission to launch yet another round of experiments, this time using myoblast transfer in the entire body. And 2 weeks ago, Connie, Chris Furlong became the first child ever to take part in that experiment. They'll know in about 3 months if injections into the muscles of his upper body are making him stronger.
Thank you, Edie. In a moment, a photographer who literally has a model mother. And still ahead, a father's fight for the truth. When this man's daughter was murdered, it was just the beginning.
And then following that, she was raped by the state of New Jersey's justice system.
This is it.
The Rumble for the Recipe.
George Foreman versus KFC owner Russ Beeler. The prize, the Colonel's secret.
I want it so bad I can taste it.
Uh-oh, Beeler's got help in his corner. They're pulling out chicken. Off come the gloves. Foreman can't resist that one-of-a-kind taste of the Colonel's original recipe chicken. This fight's over. Try it again yourself, because it's even better than you remember. Hurry to KFC.
You better get there before me.
During the JCPenney men's box sale, save 10 to 30% on a whole body of things, including old dress shirts, underwear, and socks. Just look for the boxes at JCPenney and uncover some great values.
Well, birthday parties certainly don't unnerve you. Are you kidding? What have you got, some kind of miracle antiperspirant or something? Well, actually, I really like Suave a lot. Suave? Mm-hmm. Works that well? I think so. Meanwhile, I'm spending more money. Probably. How did I know you were going to say that?
When I decided to fix my porch myself,
I couldn't quite believe it.
So, who comes to the rescue?
Well, handy he's not. And since when did you get all this energy?
Ever since you got me started on breakfast with grape nuts. It's like you said, this box is full of great mornings.
Look, it's right here. Fat-free, natural energy source. I said try it a few mornings.
And I did. And it does help keep me going. You know, Dad, I think I have inherited your handiness.
Yeah, I think you inherited my toolkit. That's what he's got.
Post Grape Nut cereal helps keep you going strong all morning long.
I
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung will continue.
Good. We can try a full smile now. Yeah, just a plain this. How about a little teeth?
Tonight at 11, one of Portland's newest companies may start hiring hundreds of workers. Hello, I'm Shirley Hancock.
And I'm Eric Schmidt. Also tonight, some unique methods drivers are using to avoid carjacking.
And it's the end of an era in Portland baseball as the Beavers play their last regular game.
Plus, the Blazers get their big man, Chris Dudley's coming to town, but the NBA promises to continue the fight.
Join us for Newsroom 6 at 11.
This is CBS.
At Portland General Electric, our decisions about producing electricity are based on least cost planning. That means we study different power sources and use those with the lowest cost to our customers and to the environment. Now we're starting a new service that can help you take a least cost approach to using power. It's called PowerSmart. Through PowerSmart, PGE identifies various products sold in local stores as being energy efficient. These appliances and home improvements include electric water heaters, thermostats, and microwaves. Those that meet our energy efficiency guidelines are identified by the PowerSmart displays and signs. Choosing to buy products with the PowerSmart label can help you save electricity. And using the most energy efficient products also helps the environment by conserving our natural resources. So please start watching for the PowerSmart signs in stores near you. With programs like PowerSmart, we're building our energy future together.
You're watching Coin TV, Channel
6. She's a famous photographer from Minneapolis who's taken pictures of everyone from the royal family to Andy Warhol. But Judy Olison's favorite subject also happens to be her favorite person, her mother. Judy's lucky. It would be hard getting Princess Di to pose for these portraits.
Okay, now, oh, actually, you look pretty in this thing.
It's a typical family scene. Judy's getting her mom gussied up to take her picture.
I love this hat. That's perfect.
Who wouldn't want to take pictures of a sweet 72-year-old mom like Vivian? Your family album's probably full of pictures like these. Here's one Judy calls Mother as a Coffee Table.
It's an unusual shot. I don't think you see that every day.
Well, maybe not. But what about Mother as a roadkill? Surely you must have one like this.
That one turned out pretty good, I thought.
Or Mother as an Angel.
That was the hardest one for her to do because I actually had to put a mountain climbing harness on her backwards and hang her from the ceiling. My brother was holding her feet up.
Sons do come in handy, but sometimes they're a trifle overprotective.
It's hard to be objective about your mother as roadkill. You know, I'm wondering who was watching for cars that day.
A number of people have said, how can you do this to your mother, your own mother? And they don't understand that we're collaborating. You get what I'm doing, kind of, or?
Oh, kind of.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Oh. She knows that I'm not doing anything to harm her or that I'm not trying to degrade her, that I'm using her as a model. And she likes to do it. It's fun. Now, chin down a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, now a little personality. How about a little teeth?
Maybe the question is not, how can you do this, but why would you do this?
Judy has eyes like an eagle.
Why would you shoot a picture called Mother as Camouflage?
It speaks to the fact that in the 50s, people dressed so carefully. They dressed in outfits. The hat matched the gloves and the shoes. So we're talking about dress, and we're talking about this woman who faded into the background like wallpaper, silently sort of serving and cleaning up and fixing and taking care of Dad and the kids. Mother as a Coffee Table is a photograph about the role of the women in the 50s. They were like furniture in the house. Oh, this is tricky. Tomorrow we're doing Mother as a slain deer on top of a car. The light is wonderful. The enemy is the bug.
This mosquito-infested forest is a 4.5-hour drive from Minneapolis. The most comfortable spot, apparently, the roof of a 76 Plymouth Volare.
Okay, Mom, peaceful. Am I supposed to be sleeping? was beautiful.
Oh, it feels very restful.
A little more fog.
In fact, I think I will take a snooze.
Twist your neck a little. Is it possible?
Which way?
Up to the sky. Dazed. She could be dazed.
What is dazed?
Just like you look right now.
You can get all the dazed you want at the local IGA.
I'm really worried about the people that are at home thinking that this is blasphemous. Look over here, go.
Some people might take a very dim view of carrying a cross through the store. We all have to shop. We all have to grocery shop.
The shopping, the laundry, the endless chores. It was this burden, this cross that she had to bear for her life. Yeah, slouch a little. Slouch over a little, Mom. Yeah, that looks more like a burden. The best prop I could think of was the cross. It's just a prop.
She won't get an argument from grocery owner Bruce Ogle.
I'm just waiting to see what she titles the picture.
Any ideas?
God doesn't make it any better than this.
Bruce didn't sell the turkey Judy used for Mother at Thanksgiving. It's plastic. Just another prop Judy cooked up.
The best thing about it is that we have a good time being together. You know, we're close. Goodbye. Is that it?
No, that's not it. A mother's work is never done. Judy says, still to come, Mother as an ostrich. Judy does hope to do a book eventually, and Vivian loves every minute of it. When we come back, a father who wouldn't give up until he got the truth.
Dear Midas, my brakes were making a terrible squeaky noise. I brought my car to your competitor, and without any inspection, he said, "You need new brakes." Then I went to Midas. Your manager...
Hi, I'm Tom Kirshner.
...had a thorough inspection done and said,
"You don't need new brakes. The squeaking noise is caused by brake dust."
Such honesty is refreshing in the time of auto repair rip-offs. Yours truly, Frank J. Rutter.
It's Red Lobster's Lobster Fest.
Grab the gang and head on down to a swinging lobster party at the top of the town.
Main tails, rock tails, new combinations, all at special prices.
Lobster's just the best at Red Lobster's Lobster Fest.
Oh, the joys of going back to school.
Big deal.
New things to learn.
Big deal.
And free underwear from Fruit of the Loom. Get 7 men's or boys' briefs for the price of 6.
Big deal.
Exactly.
They're coming, the Color Tile trucks with more carpet, more ceramic, more vinyl for Color Tile's first time ever in-store warehouse sale. 40, 50, 60% off. DuPont Masterlight. No payment, no interest for 6 months. Sheet vinyl, vinyl tile, warehouse priced. Ceramic, floor and wall, warehouse priced. Wood floors, warehouse priced. Mini blinds, buy 1, get 4 free. Color Tile's in-store warehouse sale. 40, 50, 60% off. You could save hundreds of dollars. Act now.
She's always been one of those people who's naturally organized, and you're not. Still, you've been friends forever, and it always amazes you how she finds time to do so much and look so great. Naturally, she discovered the easy new way to buy from Avon. Just call 1-800-4AVON to get a free catalog or an Avon representative or place an order direct. Taking less time and getting more done? Now, Avon thinks that's beautiful.
A 20-year-old woman is found dead. Suddenly, her father is plunged into a nightmare that turns into a 3-year obsession. Kent Negersmith was determined to find his daughter's killer. But first, he had to convince the authorities her murder even happened. Russ Mitchell has the story. Russ?
Connie, of course, Kent Negersmith is obsessed. He says the evidence is clear that his daughter was brutally murdered. But the state of New Jersey says, what murder? Your daughter may be dead, but don't call it a crime.
I wake up with it, and I go to sleep with it. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to live normally again. And I miss Susan an awful lot.
It has been more than 3 years since Kent Negersmith's daughter, Susan, died.
My daughter was viciously beaten, raped, sodomized, and murdered. And then following that, she was raped by the state of New Jersey's justice system.
Susan was a happy, popular 20-year-old, very close to her older brother and sister, and to both of her parents, who were divorced.
She was a beautiful girl, had a lot going for her, was happy, and her life was taken.
Memorial Day weekend 1990, she went to the seaside resort of Wildwood, New Jersey, to celebrate her junior college graduation. One night, Susan went out by herself, joking to a friend, "If I'm not back within an hour, call 911. 14 hours later, her body was found behind this restaurant.
She's classic rape homicide.
Private investigator Christina Boyhan.
Her bra and her shirt are pushed up over her breasts. Her pants are taken off inside out and are dangling off her left leg. She's got bruises. She's got broken fingernails. She's bloodied. It's a violent scene.
You're 100% convinced that she was beaten and murdered
Absolutely.
that morning?
Absolutely.
When I picture that hurts the worst, is somebody beating on her, really beating on her. And then her realizing that they're killing her and they're going to take her life. And I can't help her.
Authorities immediately began rounding up witnesses, and Kent says the local prosecutor promised him they would get whoever did this to his daughter.
He put his arm around me and said, we'll get him, we'll get him. Don't worry, we'll get him.
But incredibly, 4 weeks later, the prosecutor's office announced Susan's death was not a homicide. What happened? Dr. Marianne Clayton was an assistant state medical examiner at the time. Her autopsy of Susan's body listed more than 20 separate injuries, lacerations, contusions, and abrasions. There was even a shard of glass in Susan's anus. So what was Dr. Clayton's conclusion? Susan Negresmith was not killed. Her death was an accident.
And all of a sudden, it was not a murder and not a crime anymore. And
Susan's mother, Marilyn.
how could they do this? I mean, it was my daughter that was murdered.
According to Dr. Clayton's report, Susan had not been beaten to death. She had died from alcohol intoxication and exposure. Susan's sister, Dawn.
I mean, she was beaten and raped and murdered. She just didn't drink herself to death and go behind garbage dumpsters and take all her clothes off and beat herself up.
And then these bastards say she died of alcohol and exposure with such half-assed data. Oh, man.
For Susan's father, life as he knew it was over. Remarried with a young daughter, he now had a new mission, a crusade, convincing the police his daughter had been killed, forcing them to find her killer.
I hired an attorney and asked him, get everything you can.
Negresmith turned detective, obtaining every shred of evidence from the Wildwood Police Department. Susan's injuries were even worse than he had been led to believe.
I had quite a bit of information saying that Susan had a lot more wounds on her than the police had told me. And it just didn't add up.
Armed with these new facts, he was ready to do battle. But he needed help. First, an expert. Someone he thought authorities could not ignore.
It was a homicide. I had no doubt about it being a homicide. And rape.
Dr. Vincent DeMaio is co-author of a standard scientific text on violent death. 6 months after Susan died, he reviewed the autopsy report and other evidence. He was so outraged by what he found that he agreed to help Negresmith at no charge. According to Dr. DeMaio, it was inconceivable that anyone could conclude that Susan Negresmith died from alcohol and exposure.
She had a blood alcohol level of 0.285. Well, that's a pretty high level of alcohol. It's not going to kill you, though. And the exposure? Exposure is ridiculous. Low 50s, no wind chill because of where she's found. Healthy 20-year-old girl. She's not going to freeze to death in a few hours. Bottom line, it's a homicide.
Negresmith thought he had what he needed. For another 12 months, he pleaded with New Jersey authorities to reopen their murder case. He talked to prosecutor John Carino. He's the man who initially put his arm around Negresmith and said, "Don't worry, we'll get him."
I did everything that I could do, and I fulfilled my promise to him to continue investigating.
What do you think? You've seen all the evidence in this. What do you think? Was this a homicide?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It defies reason. You absolutely have to bend over backwards to see this as anything other than a homicide.
Attorney Martin Toohey could not believe what Kent Negresmith was going through. He offered to help, also for free. And after months of hard work, a breakthrough seemed imminent. Toohey set up a meeting with Dr. Marianne Clayton. You remember, she's the medical examiner who declared Susan's death an accident. Toohey thought he could convince her to change her mind.
And by the end of the 2-hour meeting, she said, apologize to the family. We've made a terrible mistake. The girl was murdered. And she said it wasn't her fault. She relied upon the Cape May County investigators. She said that they didn't give her all the facts.
So on this Friday afternoon, she told you, I'm going to change the death certificate.
Absolutely.
I'm going to rule it was a homicide,
Absolutely.
not an accident. But Dr. Clayton never changed her findings. Toohey says she told him a week later that her boss, Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Robert Good, had overruled her. Good denies that, and Dr. Clayton denies all of Toohey's allegations. Neither doctor agreed to be interviewed, but both told us they still believe Susan's death was an accident. For the family, the frustration was overwhelming.
Try to remember back. No, think of the good times.
Susan's brother, Mike.
It's hard to look ahead right now.
If Sue could see us all now, she would be so sad. She would want us to go on with her life. I mean, she wouldn't want to see if my father had to do this and go through all this. I'm sure, I worry about my father having this on his mind, 24 hours a day, and I know, she wouldn't want this.
But Negresmith felt he had no choice. He could not stand by and allow her to be remembered as some drunk kid who partied herself to death.
It doesn't appear as though she's going voluntarily.
Negresmith got more badly needed support. Private investigators Dennis Fay and Christina Boyan volunteered their services, cross-checking every statement police had taken in the case.
There's a witness who saw her right here.
Retracing Susan's steps the night she died.
There are a lot of different areas where things have been screwed up in this case.
The investigators even uncovered evidence police had not sent to the crime lab for testing.
Nobody is able to say, guys, I think we made a mistake here. Let's rectify it. Nobody can do that.
Nobody can do it. Nobody's willing to
do it. Nobody will do it.
Investigator Fay.
They've decided that they're not going to admit to a mistake, that they feel that if they put the family off long enough, the family would just go away.
But for 3 years, Kent Negresmith had been the father who would not go away.
And you're convinced that someday the truth will be out?
Very soon. Very soon.
Mr. Negresmith has obviously been through hell, and my heart goes out to him.
Steve Moore is the new Cape May County prosecutor and would become the man Kent Negresmith and his family had been waiting for what seemed like an eternity.
When I looked at the file, there were things that I thought should have been done that I explicitly, immediately said, let's do this.
Moore went on the record, publicly suggesting Susan Negresmith's death looked like a homicide. Finally, on July 23rd, 1,153 days, more than 3 years after Susan died, the New Jersey Attorney General's office agreed and announced the State Police Major Crimes Unit had been ordered to begin a homicide investigation. Even though the trail of his daughter's killer is now more than 3 years old, Negresmith remains hopeful.
I feel that there's a damn good chance that Susan's killer will be apprehended and justice will be served.
Can you trust the process after all you've been through?
I think so. I think so.
The last time I spoke to you, you told me if Susan could see what you were doing, she would say to you, Dad, cut it out. Leave it alone. Go on with your life. What do you think she would say to you now?
I think now she'd say, thanks, Dad. I love you.
What would you say to her?
Love you, baby.
Ironically, Connie, even though the state is now investigating the case as a homicide, the death certificate has not been changed. What that means is if the killer is ever caught and goes to trial, the state medical examiner could end up testifying for the defense.
Russ, thank you. Coming up, a family reunion was going great until Emily showed up. Don't go away. Healthy hair has more than shine. It has inner strength.
Make it strong.
Vibrant shampoos and conditioners with vitamins and keratin strengthen your hair's weak spots inside, so it's shinier on the outside.
Make it strong on the inside, so it shines on the outside.
Give your hair the strength to shine.
Vibrant.
Some people say eating right means settling for less flavor. I say baloney. Well, like Healthy Choice cold cuts. We love them. With Healthy Choice, I get the nutrition and I get the taste. It's delicious. Yeah.
During the JCPenney men's box sale, save 10 to 30% on a whole body of things, including old dress shirts, underwear, and socks. Just look for the boxes at JCPenney and uncover some great values.
Trucks are a spiritual thing to me. Something you can depend on. It's just like, you know, my best friend, I guess you might say.
Out on the ranch is where I'm at, and that's where I want the truck to work for me.
I need a truck that's rough like I am.
Introducing the all-new Mazda truck with a 4-liter V6 and a soul to match. The new Mazda truck.
Saddle up and let's go dancing.
Mazda. It just feels right.
I'd like to show you a delicious cereal I've discovered. But before I show you what it looks like, I'd like to show you what it tastes like. Home-baked banana nut bread. If you'd like a slice of this, you're going to love a bowl of this. Banana Nut Crunch cereal. Real banana baked into crunchy oat clusters and crispy wheat flakes with chopped walnuts. Banana Nut Crunch from Post. For home-baked taste in your cereal bowl.
I'm Harry Smith.
And I'm Paula Zahn. We're going to tell you about a recent study and new warnings on a drug used to unclot arteries in heart attack patients.
Then off to San Francisco for an invention convention. Wait till you see what they've come up with now.
And on location for Return to Lonesome Duck.
Tomorrow on CBS This Morning, breakfast for your head.
The journey continues.
What do you see?
Love to where romance and seduction meet.
You want me?
In just 7 minutes, Angel Falls.
And finally, a lot of you are planning to spend this weekend at the beach. 21 members of the Dosher family were, but they didn't know an unexpected guest was going to drop in. A guest named Emily.
It's our trip we're leaving. What is it, Saturday the 28th? 28th on the way to North Carolina.
5 members of the Dosher clan on their way to meet up with another 16 Doshers for their annual vacation get-together.
All packed up.
This year, it's on the Outer Banks Islands off the coast of North Carolina.
Where are we packed up?
Doshers for probably the last 5 or 6 years, maybe. We've had an annual tradition of getting together once a year as a family, usually on a beach. We party and have a great time and kind of keep that tight family bond.
As the Doshers drive south, Hurricane Emily heads north, aiming right at them. When the Doshers wake up in their beach house Monday morning, island officials call for an evacuation.
Mandatory evacuation effective immediately.
But instead, they decide to stick it out for a while.
Tuesday morning we got up and it was deserted. And we took a walk down to the beach and we were looking at the ocean. It was getting rougher and rougher. And all I kept thinking was, if God forbid one of the kids got hurt, I would never forgive myself.
They leave the island at about 11 o'clock Tuesday morning. Home video camera rolling. Peggy reporting.
Day into our vacation, and right now it's 1:15. What's happening now is that we are being evacuated. I have to say, it's a very exciting, somewhat tense experience.
While Emily hits the Outer Banks, the Doshers hit the Red Cross shelter. Safe, but sorry. They get up before dawn, hoping to salvage their vacation.
Leave it to us to find a disaster to vacation in.
Some little storm comes along once every 38 years and blows the whole vacation right out the door.
Your experience in the past, what do you think? Do you think we're going to get back on today?
No. They want to get local residents on. They got about 50,000 people out there right now that they got to get back home first. And from there, it's going to be kind of iffy when they're going to let tourists and everybody back home.
The daring Dashers decide to head for the beach anyway.
Our plan is drive down to the bridge. We'll see if they're letting on all people or just homeowners. We'll sit there for a while, but if it's 3, 4 o'clock, we might just head back up to Debbie's house in Philadelphia and have a party in Philadelphia.
Which will it be? The beach or Philadelphia? Before they even reach the bridge, word comes over the radio. The beach is open!
Make it sit out, go to the pool, that's it. Maybe have a beer.
By Wednesday afternoon, Emily, the uninvited guest at the family reunion, is gone, and the Dashers are back on the beach, savoring the end of summer.
Got 4 days left, and we're going to make the most of it.
This will just go down in our family history books as really a fabulous vacation.
Well, one thing left to do. Go back in! Ah!
Nice socks. The Dashers tell us that they haven't had this much excitement since 1985, when they went on Family Feud. We'll be right back.
Soon, you'll hear it. The best long-distance service is about to get even better. It's a breakthrough from AT&T Bell Labs, and it makes AT&T sound quality dramatically superior to any other long-distance company. So much clearer, closer, and more natural. Even 8 out of 10 people who don't have AT&T prefer it. AT&T True Voice, coming in the months ahead, free. Just another part of the iPlan.
What is big?
Gee, that's much bigger.
Nothing's bigger than the big cheese, only $8.88 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Welcome to Dave's World.
See, Dave, it must be great to have a child look up to you.
Oh, and Dad, don't wear those shorts next time. You look like a real dork.
Spoken like a true bachelor.
Harry Anderson in Dave's World, premiering Monday, September 20th.
Next week, an eye-to-eye exclusive. Richard Berenson was president of American University until he was forced to resign. He was caught making obscene phone calls. Now he says he's recovered, and for the first time, he reveals the awful secret behind the scandal, the secret that haunted him. When you were 8 years old, something happened that dramatically changed your life.
Yeah, it did. It's hideous almost beyond belief. And after all these years, after these decades, in fact, it's painful, grotesque, sad.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see Eye to Eye again next Thursday. Good night, everyone.
Cruise control, air conditioning, and an airbag costs $2,000 less than a comparably equipped Toyota Corolla. $2,000. Just think, that's like free parking for life. See the Sentra at your Nissan dealer today.